Hello guys, Elina here with a great autumn DIY. It's a cherry pit pillow. It's perfect companion when you have menstrual cramps, sore neck or back, or you're just cold and want to get warm really fast. It makes also a perfect DIY present, so keep that in mind for holidays. We will start by making a pillow. I must be honest guys, I don't have a pattern for you. I just drew this pattern with the free hand. There was absolutely no direction whatsoever that I followed. I just wanted to make this pillow so that it can be like a really snug fit for your shoulders, and that's why I drew it this way. But you honestly, you can do any kind of form, and you can also make it any kind of size that you like. All you need to do is practice on some newspapers first until you get the right design, and just do as I do right here, and you will have your pillow. If you really want pattern, I can see what I can do for you. Okay, so once you traced your design the way I did here, you can start cutting. Oh, and the measurements depend on the size and the form of the pillow that you'll be making. For this pillow I used 1.5 yards of printed fabric for the cover, and 1.5 yards of plain thick cotton fabric for the cushion itself. And you'll see that my scissors here are really in need of sharpening but you know, they get the job done. Okay, once you have your desired form, you will have to decide on where to leave an opening, and you'll be sewing from the end of the opening until its beginning all the way around. My tip here is don't leave an opening on a bend or a corner. It will be difficult to sew it shut afterwards. For this project you can use cherry pits or rice or any other grain that feels right to you. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the feel of the grain. If you like the feel of rice and it molds perfectly to your taste, you can choose that, or you can go for the cherry pits as I did on this project. Experiment, feel out what you like and go for it. The tracing part isn't over yet. If you're going with a freeform like I am here, put the parts that you cut out for your cushion on the patterned fabric, and I would do that one side at a time, and just trace it with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Or if you are in the metric system like I am, I always go for 1 centimeter, but you can also go with 1/2 of a centimeter if you really dare. One side of the pattern fabric needs to be a tad bit longer than the other, because you will need to overlap 2 sides, so you will get that envelope cushion effect. What you need to do is just trace your fabric of one side and make it a little bit longer at the end, and that's it. You can cut it off, and I will show you what to do next. Okay, once you have two sides, the one side that is longer from the patterned fabric needs to be cut in two. This way you can lay out your fabric and see where the overlapping needs to take place and how much do you need to take in. So the ends of that fabric will be neat, and the cushion itself should look polished. So now the next step, you just need to fold the fabric and sew in a straight line, and then I will show you what to do next. Okay, so before you sew everything together, the folded parts that you see right here, and the folded and the pinned parts that you see me holding right now, you should sew them first and then pin everything together. You snip the fabric off that is hanging off from the longer side and then sew everything together. It's not really difficult. I think I explained it much more difficult than it is. And then you will have the pillowcase, and I will show you how to sew the pillow next. So for the pillow itself, I did the thing that I explained to you in the beginning of the video. I just sewn from the end of the gap that I marked with my water-soluble marker and to the beginning of the gap. And now I'm just snipping off the bulk of the fabric, but just be careful so you won't snip in the thread. And then you turn everything inside out, so the part that you want to be on the outside will be on the outside, and then fill it with cherry pits or rice or with whatever you want. I use the blunt side of my scissors, the handle of my scissors, to help me straight everything up from the inside. So this is a little tip, but you can also take like a chopstick and it will do the same trick with corners. So but don't pick something that's really sharp because it will go through the fabric. Once you filled your cushion, you can sew the hole shut from the outside, and you can stitch all around it, or just stitch the hole itself. You will see what I mean in just a couple of seconds. Okay, so now everything is stitched. You can turn it inside out, and voila, I have an envelope cover for my cherry pit cushion, and it's freeform. So it's not really straight and angles, but it's really kind of cozy and comfy for if you have like neck problems or spine problems, or just want to get warm. This is a great thing to have. I hope you'll try it. I hope you like it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.